I would now like to invite Vatsala to read the message sent by Jashibel for this special assembly today.
Yesterday in the assembly, Vijay ma'am introduced you to the founder principals of the school, of the Vidyalaya, Shri Raghubai Nayak and Jashibel Nayak. I have very few memories of both of them, but the images are very strong. I remember them as very energetic, very upright, larger-than-life visionaries. And today we are fortunate to have with us members of the GS who shared their vision and developed it, and Vivaven, who took it to its peak of excellence. Jashiben is 93 now, and it's very difficult to match the voice of a person of that stature. But I hope, and I'm sure that her words will communicate to you her emotions for this occasion. Dear students of SARDAR Patel Vidyalaya, alumni and present, when I received the news that you are all celebrating the 50th year of the inception of our beloved Vidyalaya, where we have always enjoyed and cherished good relations between the teachers and students and felt that we belong to one family, I was very happy indeed. As I write this, I remember the first day of our Vidyalaya on 1st April 1958. I still remember how Raghubai and I started picking up broken bricks, stones and other trash when other teachers joined us. We cleaned the compound in no time, sprinkled water over it, and that open space became a prayer area. Today our school auditorium, where I'm sure you must be sitting while this message is being read out, stands there. On 1st April 1958, we had stood there and conducted the opening prayer assembly under a vast blue sky and upon a gentle earth. To this day, that first day lives deep in my memory and my heart. I cannot forget that feeling of a fresh beginning. I feel that that first day of our Vidyalaya continued for 18 years while Raghubhai and I were there, and it still remains special. My daughter Ira visited SARDAR Patel Vidyalaya recently for one day, and she was full of excitement. This showed me how she still feels like a true Patelian. She narrated how the alumni of our Vidyalaya were practicing our old beloved songs as if they were still in the school. She had no words to express her joy and deep feelings for the Vidyalaya. Ira brought back a video of the rehearsal of today's program, and I was very happy to see the smiling faces of all the Patelians and to hear my dear children's voices singing our school songs. I heard the poem which Kamalbhai Satyarthi has written, to which Shumabhai has given an appropriate tune for the occasion. This created a very deep impression in my heart, and I became very emotional. Music has always remained a very important aspect of our Vidyalaya's tradition and culture. This song brought before me memories of various cultural events like Varsha Mangal, Vasant Darshan, Eklavya, Pagla Ghoda, and Tashir Desh, which we staged in the 60s and 70s. It gives me immense satisfaction to note that this special tradition of our Vidyalaya is not only alive, but also still very vibrant. I once again congratulate Kamalbhai and Umabhai for having described our Vidyalaya's ethos, its values, its traditions, and its pride beautifully through this lovely composition. It evokes our Vidyalaya's true spirit and will remain a very memorable milestone. I send my best wishes to all the children and teachers who are present in the morning assembly today. I'm sure many old teachers too would be present today. My best wishes to them as well. I know that even though Raghubai is not here physically, he joins me in spirit, wishing the Vidyalaya all the best for many, many more decades. I congratulate all the Patelians who have been active in creating this function, and to all those who have participated in singing our songs to celebrate our Vidyalaya's golden 50 years and its history in its true spirit. The letter I received, written on behalf of the Patelians, made me very happy and proud of our Vidyalaya spirit, which lives in each student. I will cherish this always. May you be blessed, my dear students, because you have created a new life and atmosphere in the Vidyalaya. I pray that you continue this work for a long time. I request the principal of SPV and the Gujarat Education Society to bless the alumni group and help and encourage them to continue their work. I'm sure you would continue to keep alive the tradition, values, and culture of our Vidyalaya for the next 50 years as well. Long live our Vidyalaya, and God bless you all. Lots of love and good wishes from Raghubai and myself on this great occasion of the Vidyalaya's 50th year, Teshidan Nai, 30th March 2007.
I'm sure we all would have loved to have Jasibel with us. May I now request Vivaben to come and express her experiences with the Vidyalaya and bless all of us.
बधाई हो, सबको खूब खूब बधाई हो. And for creating this morning, may I say, on behalf of myself and the Gujarat Education Society, a really, really well done to the alumni who took this initiative for creating such a morning for us. For the children, particularly sitting down here on the floor, it must have been a new experience because you heard songs you've never heard before. Did you like it? Yeah? And did it make you proud? Well, let me see that pride in your posture. If you're proud, the body must speak. And you can't slump down like this. The alumni created a welter of emotions, certainly in me. And I remember joining the school in early 1975. It was within the first few weeks that I heard Anil and Uma Bhai singing Hum Himalay Ki. Yeah. Emotions are what defines relationships. And relationships must be kept green through walks down memory lane on the one hand and projecting a future with which the past gets created. I am sure the alumni, because of the initiative that they have taken, has introduced elements of the past to the present batch of students who have to then define the future both for themselves individually and for the Patelian family collectively. As I read these, as I listened to these beautiful words by Jashiben, and as I almost imagined Raghubhai smiling with his small slit eyes and showering blessings on all of us, I realize what a magical revisiting it has been to the traditions that all of us in the Vidyalaya hold with great respect and would like to energize it so that it takes us forward. What was the dream? What was the vision of the founding parents of the school? And by parents, I mean Raghubhai and Jashiben, as well as those who trusted their children to the school. They wanted to see a human being fully integrated. Head, heart, and body. Because it's only the integrated human being that can walk ahead with whatever torch the Vidyalaya gives it. And as I was thinking of the ways in which this integrated body, the integrated human being is attempted to be created on this invitation that Vatsala had sent me, I tried to put down elements of the past and the present that give us the momentum, that energize us, that gives us the inspiration to walk ahead. And I'm sure I've left out a whole lot of things, but of course I began my list with music, which is such a strong and integral part of the school. And how it gives values without telling you. how it gives you, introduces you to elements of our culture without saying so. How it tells you about pluralism of our country without using the word pluralism or diversity. Then I went on to think of homeroom. That precious bit of space and time in SPV, which over time, drop by drop by drop, defines relationships amongst children, defines relationships between children and the adults in the school, defines relationships between us and the outside world. Whether the outside world is of our creation, like in Mandi, or the neighborhood project, or elsewhere that you might march onto. And then who can forget the activity week? The seeds are there. Activity week was conceived for a certain purpose and had certain inputs. Inputs have changed. Purpose remains the same. And that's the beauty of tradition and modernity. With time, we change. With a new generation coming in, we respond. But the elements that constituted the seed remain the same. And then who can forget things like the kind of Mandi that you visited and the kind of Mandi that present day children visit, the kinds of camps and tours and trips, and the Friday spirit, the self-teaching day, and so many other things, utsavs that they mentioned about. Again, more utsavs have been added and more will be added in the next 50 years. Food festival came in about 20 years ago, 25 years ago. And Rangoli festival came about the same time. So festivals, kite flying festival came, Vasantotsav came. Again, the form changed, the content remained. And that's what you people will experience. New things were added on. The Science Activity Center, to look at which now we have people from British schools visiting us. Languages, which was a strength of the school, had more coming in. Urdu came in, Bengali came in, Sanskrit became compulsory for everybody. Spanish came and painfully disappeared. I hope we shall bring it back into the school. There were so many other things that came and went. Astronomy came as just a little event and has become a part of the calendar of the year, and it's gone on to produce astronomers who got their PhDs and are working further from universities way beyond our own shores. Cricket produced 6 test cricketers, and now football has seen 2 girls playing for the nationals, which may be news to some of you. This goes on, but there is a bedrock of the alumni, bedrock of, in a way, the alumnus, which are the colleagues who are no longer with us, a lot of them here today. Alumnus in a way of parents. Some of them I see today, whom I hadn't seen for a long time. I also think of people like M.L. Sharma and V.V. Karant, who are no longer around, but their inspiration continues. And people like Pathakbhai, who left behind a smiling garden and a welcoming lawn for all of us, and one's thought goes back to them a great, great deal. It is the alumnus who made me walk the path down the memory lane, and got me to think about the ways in which in this Vidyalaya, if there was a dream which is dreamt even today, it is, as I said, the shaping and the molding of a multifaceted person, where a child is recognized if he is good at bakery, and also recognized if she is good at embroidery or clay modeling, in the same way, on the same merit card as the one who performed brilliantly in mathematics or physics, Hindi or English literature. That is SPV, because that is what makes you go ahead into the outside world and explore alternative. Get a taste of different careers and define life for yourselves as well as for the culture of the 21st century. And all this comes through very, very carefully crafted program of the school, where exposure is the buzzword. You are exposed to so much through CAs, through assemblies, through umpteen little and big things. You are helped to experience the drought in Gujarat, experience the earthquake, the outcome of the earthquake, the disaster that it causes in Latur and so on. It makes you realize how the other half works and how the other half lives. Who's that other half? People who don't have opportunities that all of you there and here have had. It becomes our responsibility to extend a hand, a reaching out, so that those who are left out also begin to become a part of us. There cannot be an India shining unless that sun shines over everybody. The 9.5% growth has to reach everybody. And somewhere I have faith that, like a lot of people here who are working to make sure that every Indian citizen becomes a part of opportunities that come our way in the 21st century, all of you would do the same. And do it through an electrifying, emotionally charged, intellectual strategizing. Because without the congruence of emotions and the cerebrum, nothing works. It's that which works in SPV. It's that which has brought these people here, and many more who I'm sure would like to have been here, who are with us in spirit. Who am I to bless? We are all partners. We are partners in this enormous responsibility that we have gladly accepted. It's not been thrust down upon us. And I'm sure this 50th year will help us brush up the rust and think of a lot of things that are part of our inheritance. Because without that inheritance, we can't have the sap to nourish us to go ahead. And in this journey ahead, I'm sure the blessings of everybody in the Gujarat Education Society, every parent, every colleague of mine, past and present, is with the new generation. I'm sure some of you are old enough also to bless people who are ahead of us. All that I can do is hope that the seeds that were painstakingly sown and nourished with sweat, thought, reflection and strategies would continue to nourish all of us, and we go ahead. Go ahead along tracks that makes us feel fulfilled. Because fulfillment has to come before the pride that we experience when we look back. For helping us look back, once again, thank you very much, all of you. And for going ahead, I hope I have the pledge of the younger generation here to not spare anything but move forward. Take everybody with us. Because in SPV we have always believed there doesn't have to be one or two people right on the peak. Let's have a tall plateau. There'll be room for everybody on that plateau. And with that prayer of Sahana Bhavatu, I'd like to say goodbye to everybody today.
As usual, your blessings and speech were invigorating, and I'm sure that the old and new will take the Vidyalaya forward. I'm sure all of you would like to be introduced to this Alumni Choir. Let me share a secret. We have virtually represented all the 5 leagues. That is, Ira Ben, daughter of Raghubai and Jashiben, is not present here because she had to go back to US. But she did come. She did sing all the songs with us and became a part of this festival. I would request the choir to please start. The musicians first. On sitar, Shri Ayar Mohammed. Basuri par, Shri Kiran Kumar. Keyboard, Shri Parvez Malik. तबला अभय कुमार और नए पुराने को जोड़ते हुए तबले पर नंदित देसाई 10th C के, हारमोनियम पर उमा भाई और शाहने सर, I, as you all know by now, represent 74 batch. Then Anil Verma, 1975 batch. He was known for his song Aaj Himalaya Se Likh Raha Hoon. Rajiv Talwar, 1979, but he had to leave for somewhere. Neerav Desai, 1980. Vijendra Agarwal, 1980. Renu Bhogal, 1980 batch. Udayan Chhaya, 1980, Ashish Bhatnagar, Vatsala Kaul, Ashwini Deshpande, 1982 batch, Aparna Verma, 1982 batch, Vikramaditya, 1988 batch, Shruti Kumar, 1988 batch, Bharti Jain, 1989, Varun Barola, 1992, Uday Aditya, 1993, Parija, 2001, Siddharth Srinivas, 2001, Akshar Bhan, 2003, with us. Uday Raj Ahmed, Adnan Kidwai, Rachna Nagchok.